Hi guys, Heron82 here. As you can see, this little beauty landed in my mailbox last night. It is of course Eagle Dynamics' newly released Yak-52, courtesy of Matt Wags and Eagle Dynamics, so thanks for that guys. They've sent me along a review copy of the little bird to play with. To be honest, never really been into trainers, not my cup of tea. As you know, I don't have any trainers in my hangar, but this little guy is actually growing on me quite a lot. Get the basics or the usual stuff out of the way first. The model is exquisite. I think it looks fantastic, and with all the warbirds that we've got, I just love the way the rivets look and the texturing on the wings. But yeah, the model looks great. I really, small things, but I really quite enjoy the way the louvres work on the radial at the front there. I think that's really quite cool and really nicely done. But yeah, I'll just give you a quick info dump of the Yak-52. You probably already all know this. But just to get it out of the way, it is of course a descendant of the Yak-50. Its main enhancement, I suppose, was a slightly better engine and an all-metal build, so metal skin. And the engine's 360 brake horsepower. It's not exactly fast. Top speed, max speed at sea level is 154 knots, which is 177 miles per hour, so you're not going to get anywhere too quickly. But that doesn't matter. It's actually a really stable airframe. Obviously, it's used as training and aerobatics. I was going to say aerodynamics there, but yeah, aerobatics quite worldwide use. Absolutely mental airframe, can handle 7 Gs and can handle up to -5. It's got some special systems in it for its fuel and oil, so it can be inverted for up to 2 minutes without issue. Yeah, just really quite a fun little bird. It was introduced to service in 1979, but its first flight was 1976. And I think that's all the information you need, really. We'll talk about it once we get in there. We'll get it started up, we'll go for a little fly around Dubai, and we'll just have a quick catch up. So let's jump into the cockpit. Again, as usual, the cockpit looks absolutely ace. ED have really stepped up their game with cockpits recently, and this thing just looks fantastic. All the textures, the lighting. Yeah, really nice. Easy bird to start, this one. Not a million miles away from any of the other warbirds we've got out there on the runway at the moment. So I'm just going to dive into it. Not going to go too long, just going to get it started. So this is where your electrics are hiding down here. So we turn on the battery. You can see some lights come on, a couple of instruments waking up there. We turn on the generator as well. Important one back here is your pneumatics. So we need to turn this one all the way open, otherwise you will have trouble when you're trying to fly. And then we need to pretty much turn on all of these guys. So you've got your radio, intercom, 1F converter, undercarriage indicator, PT200 converter. This one's engine instruments, radio compass and magnetic compass. Going to bring some elevator trim in, and we're going to open up the fuel flow. Prop pitch all the way forward as per usual, and bring the throttle to about 1/3. Okay, we'll do a quick lights test. All working there. Turn on the radio squelch, volume all the way up. I don't think the radio is fully implemented just yet. We'll turn on the stall warning system here. So that's started to flash here because obviously we're not moving. Check of the free movement of the coolers, so opening up the radio engines, louvres and the oil systems cooler, which is just under the right wing. You can see that little door there in the just near the right undercarriage. It's the lever, and I'll just close that again. So yeah, that's all working nicely. Let's get back inside. Okay, so what's left? That's pitot heat, that's the ignition. So we'll turn on the ignition. Set our magnetos 1 and 2. I think all we need to do now is, that's the primer, that up there. I'm just going to uncover the start button. Give this a few pumps. In the training it was 4 to 5 pumps. So I'll give it 4. And I'm going to get on the brakes and hit the button to go. Let's just zoom out a little bit. There she goes. She's alive with my throttle back. Cool. ticking over nicely. Let's close the canopy. Sounds great. I do like the radial sound they've got on this. We'll do some external stuff when we get in the air. Cockpit layout's pretty standard as you'd expect for the Russians. You've got your fuel indicators over here for your left and right tanks, with your temperatures and your fuel pressure here. This is your voltmeter, so check your voltages. That's looking quite good there. Climb and sync, ADI, compass, altitude. We'll just zero that out quickly. Airspeed is there, RPM there. And you've got, I forgot what's this one is. Actually, this is a pressure for the air system, I believe. Can't remember off the top of my head now. I only had a quick play of it last night through the training missions. I'm losing some FPS for some reason. Something out there is killing us, but that won't be a problem once we get up in the air. But that's it, she's ready to go. We can have a quick jump in the back seat. This is a trimmed down version for the instructor, so missing some controls, but you've obviously got the rudders and your main stick and brakes here, and your trim, and a few key dials. It's pretty cool. So let's get back to the front and let's taxi out of here, get in the air. So taxiing, the brakes work the same way they do in the MiG-21 and MiG-15, so you can use the rudder and then hit the brake button to use the differential brakes. But the rudder is actually, you know, it's pretty good. It's got quite a lot of authority in the Yak-52, so I'm just using the rudder just now, just to keep the bird in check. So roll out to a runway, and we'll get up in the air. Very easy to take off, even easier to land. That's probably why it was used as a trainer, one still is. Let's get over here. Right, so takeoff's nice and simple. I've not had any trouble yet. You will have to use a lot of rudder, like any of the prop birds really. Sort of flies in the same way as the Dora does. That's what it reminds me of. You've only got nose up and nose down trim, and you kind of just use the rudder to step on the ball, as it were, and keep her flying straight. That did make me giggle. This noise sounds like someone's locked in the boot. Right, let's line it up. I'm just going to throttle up. Lots of left rudder. Bring it down. Just push the nose down a bit. As we hit 100, just going to let the stick come back up. And I'm going to help her off the floor 150. There you go. Gear up. Keep her straight. Bring up the flaps. Put the gear back into neutral. Like the MiG-15, you will waste your air supply for your systems if you forget that. There we go. I just need to step on the ball there. You can see on the ADI and get that central. Bring the RPMs down and the manifold pressure down. Easy. Up in the air, no problem. It's actually very controllable. The responsiveness of the plane is absolutely crazy. It can do an 180-degree roll to the right in 1 second, which is pretty quick. That was without rudder there. As I said, it's got some special systems for fuel and oil, so it can stay inverted for up to 2 minutes. Don't really lose too much performance whilst doing this, which is pretty cool. We'll just roll to the right again. We've got a little button on our joystick here, control stick even, and that's purely just for the smoke system. So I have loaded a cartridge, so we'll hit that. There we go, got some red smoke now. And let's just weave through these buildings because you can turn like an absolute beast. Got your stall warning indicator on the top of the dash there. We might be able to get triggered, no, not yet. Ridiculously forgiving, ridiculously manoeuvrable. Let's get some speed up and we'll have some fun in the big buildings quickly. Pretty cool sound, do like that. Just going to open up a rad. Okay, let's nip through these guys without crashing. Just chuck it, it's just so chuckable. It's really forgiving. It can take a lot of G's. Stall warning there, flashing to ease up a bit just to let her get composure. It's really cool. I've not crashed it yet from stalling in a climb. The plane basically sorts itself out by just nosing over. So we're just going up here, stalling out now. There you go, it literally just rolls over by itself. Throttle up again, we're back in control. No problem. Little stall, wing stall there, too much pressure on the stick there at low speed. Oh, losing some frames. Yeah, just a really fun module. I don't know, it has grown on me since I've been playing with it. It's just a lot of fun just to chuck around in the cities like this, and yeah, hopefully there's some sort of fitting environment for it in DCS. As I said, perhaps maybe in the Cold War it could be used as another reconnaissance plane alongside the T-51. Obviously it is quite a bit slower than the T-51, but still it could be a fun thing. Or just if anyone wanted to take it quite seriously and use it as a career progression, so start in the Yak-52, go to the L-39 and then carry on all the way up to the MiGs and the Falcons as such. Pretty much follow the steps of a real pilot would, I suppose. Yeah, really cool. I really like the way it looks as well. I think the cockpit's just cracking. And yeah, just fun. It's just fun to fly. Anyway, let's go stick it back on the ground now. I'm just going to keep this short and sweet. Because I imagine a lot of you have already read up all this anyway and had a play with it. Yeah, it's a cool thing. Very cool thing. Let's have a little quick channel update, I suppose, at the airport. That's the airport. Yeah, obviously, I mean, that was close. I've not actually made as many videos as I usually have in recent weeks, down to a number of things. It has been ridiculously hot over here, as it has been in most places in Europe and around the world. So I've not really had... the man cave's just been too hot, basically, so playing a game, playing DCS, is too much hard work for me in the heat. So I've just left it alone. I have been on once or twice, but they've just not gone well. Let's drop the flaps. Landing this thing's a doddle. It is ridiculously easy. Just drop gear. Sort the trim out. Yeah, so the temperature's kept me away from DCS, and as I said on my Twitter, my Facebook, we did pick up a little puppy, so he's also taking up some of my time, which I really don't mind because he's cute as fuck. But yeah, but yeah, the good weather's ending, summer's coming to an end, we're back to British drivel soon, so hopefully things will get back on track and I'll get some of the regular videos out for you guys pretty soon. But otherwise, yeah, thanks for the continued support and watching my videos. Glad you guys are still enjoying them. But yeah, let's just hopefully get back on track in a bit. This thing's so controllable. I'm literally coasting here on nothing. Just bring this speed down a bit. Beautiful. And there you go, guys. That is the Yak-52. Great little module. Quite a lot of fun. It is growing on me. It'll probably... I don't know. I'll probably end up flying it more often, you know. Just messing around with it in cities. But really cool. I really like it. I think they've actually done it really well. And I'm quite pleasantly surprised, to be fair. But anyway, let's leave it at that. I've been Heron82. Thanks for watching, guys. And hopefully I'll catch you all out there soon. See you later.